Hello! Part 4 of this series on Talos Principle 2. We are in the island number 3. We did number 8 and one of the triangles, and now we are straight into the seventh puzzle on this third island, this third level essentially. Okay, let's just get to work and try to have fun with those puzzles as always. Okay, so for first, we can only access here. Ooh, but we can bring items outside. Okay. Oh, and I can't even grab energy and then they're there at the same time. Whoa, well, this is definitely interesting. I'm really surprised. Whoa, so many times I find myself in a situation where, like, I don't even know I'm supposed to do things. Look how smart this puzzle is. I need to do this. After I press it, this will at the point stay open. Oh, but wait. Oh, since it takes energy from... Yes, it changes. But this is not the solution. Oh my god, this is tougher than I thought, obviously. Oh my god. Okay. I can open these instead. I can open this instead. Grab energy from here too. Oh, this is all to do this. So we get blue. Blue becomes red. Red open the things and it takes the blue source from there. Okay, now it's taking the blue source from there. So, now it gives a red ray. Okay, cool, super cool. Whoa. Oh my god, really looking forward for the more complicated puzzles. Should already give some energy in here. Meanwhile. So maybe later we already managed to make use of this. Where do we go now? I have no idea. This place is so big. Super crazy island. But I have to say that working around and finding our friends,
Everything okay?
it's a good experience.
It's pretty clear to me that she doesn't want us to proceed with what we're doing. I find that deeply concerning. That said, there are clearly other forces at play here as well, so I'm trying my best to remain open to a more positive interpretation. Exactly. But we don't really understand anything yet, and this Prometheus is suspiciously absent, so I remain cautious.
Well, suspiciously absent until now. I have to say that this kind of feels like playing Crash Bandicoot 2, where after some levels, every time a projection appears and talks to you, it's very cool. Exploring everything well in this level will be much tougher. For example, finding the stupid fires. That's the thing that concerns me the most. Because there are no indications at all about where the stupid fires are.
Hey, 1K. We made two fatal mistakes in New Alexandria. One was trusting the texts of our ancestors without thinking for ourselves. The other was giving up instead of doubling down, letting the tragedy define our future. It's clear that there's some kind of antagonistic force in this place, something that doesn't want us to discover the purpose of the megastructure. Perhaps that's part of the testing. Or perhaps it's what's responsible for this state of decay. That's a good question. Prometheus is often taken to represent freedom and progress, the ideals of the radical enlightenment. Pandora, on the other hand, usually represents the dangers of those very ideals, so they're counterparts in a way. And the Sphinx is a mystery. Does that mean that these entities correspond to these concepts? Perhaps. They certainly seem to act like it. But Athena isn't the goddess of Athens, and I'm not Robert Byron, although those are the origins of our names. Where does myth end and history begin? We'll have to find out.
It's definitely an interesting dialogue. Let's do one while we are here. So this is where we were supposed to learn the concept of this thing. But right, if I have to raise, what will happen? So easy, the first one. Oh, cool. All that it's almost down. So I could have gave energy to all of this from here. Fortunately, it's not so good for changing colors. Goes there. Okay. Oh. Hmm. This is where the tray arrives. Hmm. Hmm. My Passion's Journal, Volume 1. We broke ground at the Feast of the Permanent Structures today, a large hall that will eventually be converted into a performance and exhibition space. In strange this place, there is a lot of open space, and I didn't think that I would find it so unusual. But I suppose we all spend more time at the dam than was originally planned, and now it's difficult to get used to not having that low ceiling over our heads. Probably just me. Byron loves being outside and is always volunteering for scavenging missions. Liftrasir. Okay, Liftrasir is the guy we have vocal notes about. We find around here. He tags along, although he seems more fascinated with observing nature and various weird creatures. At night, I sometimes catch myself standing by the door, not because I have guard duty, just watching the stars. It's oddly comforting to think that they've always been there, that they watched our ancestors standing where I now stand. From Miranda to 5358, okay, so this 5358 it's not Miranda. We're setting up the external site at the lake. The area is so stunning, we forgot about the experiment for a while. I went for a long walk. The ways in which all the different aspects of nature interact with each other are endlessly fascinating to me, and the sheer variety of living things, even on a simple green meadow. Sadly, we then stumbled onto the carcass of a deer that had been torn apart by wolves. Must have, must have suffered enormously, and thinking about it made me feel truly terrible. There's so much pain in nature. It's not like that. Usually preys, then stops moving when they are catched, and usually the predator gives the finishing blow on the neck to kill the prey first. They don't. So no, that's not like it is usually. Even between animals, or at least more intelligent ones, they use a way, especially because you don't want the prey to move while you're eating, so they kill that first as fast as possible, and then they eat if they have to. Ecosystem engineers cutting down swaths of trees for their building projects, toxic, causing radical changes to large environments and forcing novel species to adapt to their artificial habitats. These are the traits of a species of intelligent, industrious, and extremely impactful ecosystem engineers. Humans, no, I'm talking about beavers. Like us, beavers transform their environment via building, and their action have real consequence, getting vast wetlands that some species thrive in, while others die. Human activity is very similar. We too are ecosystem engineers, and we too benefit from some species while harming others. Any about this is completely natural, including the damage to other species. After all, that's what competition and evolution is all about. The species that adapt to the ecosystem we create will, over the coming millennia, become the core of a new biodiversity. And so evolution runs its course. If we don't like the result, if we think some species should be preserved despite being outcompeted, well, that's anything but natural. It is, however, very human. Anthony Castor. It's fascinating also much of what Miranda we do is common in animals, but filtered enormously by our intelligence and our ability to remember. Through us, the universe strives to a greater level of complexity. But does the universe have the capacity to strive for anything? We must be careful to avoid projecting human values onto the cosmos. Maybe when I will find more names, create to load profile will be substituted, and I will start understand who is talking to. Giving even a purpose to read those things more than a single time, maybe. Hmm. Well, now I do have the pieces inside. And I can bring red deer very easily. And if maybe closing that is not a so good idea. Oh no, I can open this from the inside easily. Yes, I can. And this one is the one that mixed things. Here we don't have anything to do anymore. I just need 2 colors. Oops. This gives blue. And, well, yes, this can just grab the red straight from there. Well, this green is interesting. I need to give green to that thing too.
Look at one of the other puzzle clusters. It seems they remain inert until they're connected. I uploaded the pictures to the log.
Should we check them out with the VTOL?
Let's conserve fuel as much as we can. There's no point in going there if it's all dead.
No, but I wanted to go. Wait, is this thing still on?
Internal monologue. I sent a drone to have a look at one of the other puzzle clusters. It seems they remain inert until they're connected. I uploaded a picture to the log. I don't. What are they talking about? North survey. Okay. So this is one of the plays on the next. One of the puzzles is on the next place. More art. It was an ancient city, sometimes called the City of Light, one of the great capitals of the world, home to tradition and innovation alike. It was the birthplace of one of the greatest revolutions in history, one that gave birth to modernity in all its glories and horrors alike. Spirit of freedom that was born here, although it was suppressed by enemies and traitors, never entirely faded, and it lived on i- and lived and it lived on in the minds of artists for many generations. Maybe something of that spirit still remains in us. Hmm. Okay, so I gave green energy now to this thing. And if from here I can get green energy, and then I can connect the thing from another place, giving energy to a statue. What are those purple things? So last time close to this purple thing we got we found the remains of these old structures. Should I find that slider? Is that a clue or not? In the other one there were people like Sad, and then there was a tank. There was a kid using the slider. Is slider even a correct word? I could find something regarding kids playing. This place is so big, so annoying. Well, okay, there is an X. Close to a structure, a square-like structure. Close to one of the feet of this stupid thing. Meanwhile, we found another triangle, so let's do this. Okay, I can't. That's now open. And I can come back. I can move items inside if I want. But I can move the gemmer. Can move the gemmer. I'm a bit confused. Okay, okay. I need to get both the colors of energy. I need the red one and the blue one. So I suppose I need to switch the position of those things because I need blue energy coming from that one. And then this guy has to grab the red energy and give them to the other things. So I suppose that solution should be something like this. Okay. And it's done. So I wanted to look for a square-like structure close to one of the fits. But meanwhile, keep finding puzzles, so let's try to solve them. Okay, let's see. I get blue energy. What to do with this blue energy then? Okay, I can do this with blue energy. Or... Alright, because then I need to open this. Well, I don't know. Get this blue energy. Oh, then it's red. Oh my god. Okay, then I need to do this so that this stays open. Okay. One thing at a time. Okay, now I can switch this. And the puzzle is done. Interface content available. There is another puzzle. Yeah, without fear, the stars will across the sky and they stand among the here I will do no harm and no harm. For at least my journey is over and I'm at more. It makes me feel calm and happy. This is my new favorite. Your inspiring poem about being happy where you are. Don't think our journey is over. Maybe it will never be over. Also, that it's about death. Walk in the garden without fear. As stars whirl across the sky, and they stand amongst the tall lilies, who lift their faces to the passing eons. Here will do no harm, and no harm will come to me. For at last my long journey is over, and I'm at my home. Like a poem about death, I also feel that it's about death. It's that both for you and Aurinia had the same response. Never thought of the poem as being about death. To me, it was about New Jerusalem. But what you're saying makes sense. By limiting our growth, we accept that one day our story will be over. But is that so bad? If it was a good story. Hmm. Okay. Oh, whoa. Look. Well, notice this. Let's try to repair our mistakes. So I bring green energy in here. Okay. Well. Well, at least I removed this. It's not like I can do much from here. I saw the statue around here. Where the heck is the statue now? What the? Oh, here it is. Okay. Can this thing turn? See if we can push the energy in there from 6. What the? Hmm. Okay, and this star is solved. Actually, there's something now, right?
False idols are worshipped not because they are idols, but because they are false. True idols are rejected because the truth is feared.
Okay. Hidden. So what does this thing do to green? Doesn't give any energy. So this works only with blue or red? Hmm. So this is solvable also. Thank you to that one. Hmm. No. Oh my god. Hmm. Oh. Oh, there are multiple ways to open this. Okay. So now I can open this from here. I can get the red energy. Okay, now this is removable too. Oh, and it's done. Okay, we're just missing two. There is also a star. And I didn't find a single fire around here, and that's the most annoying thing. Definitely. Hmm. Hmm. It's one of the feet, and then you can notice something. You see the under. Could be here. Hmm. This is just level 8. Trying to notice if there is something I missed. Hmm. Here we are close to the start. Keep looking around. Hmm. Oh, here we are. That's that big statue. This is the part under the feet. Yes. This is the place. Like the next year to the left of the thing. I was about to see maybe there is a switch. A switch it is, okay. Well, while we are here, let's keep a better look around. Since this place is so big. I'm ready for fate the idea of trying to explore this carefully. Instead, let's try to just take a look
Thought we'd found all the weird
what
stuff.
we find. A guy hugging. You are made a statue. Okay, numbers. Well, it half worked. The design wasn't balanced, so it fell over and broke. It was very dramatic, but the good news is that it all works in principle. Imagine what we could do using stone, part of the environment. Miranda. From? Is this name Miranda? Other dialogues of Trevor.
So, humanity is great. I really believe that. And that's why I'm here. But I have to be honest with you, individual people, not always my favorite. I'm not the smartest guy ever, and I know that. But there are some people, man, some people are just so dumb. I don't even know if they're actually conscious. Sometimes I think their whole lives might be like a dream. They're just stumbling around, no idea what's going on, mumbling some random nonsense. And the thing that you have to understand about our time period is that a lot of these people wield enormous power. They run whole countries and corporations. Yeah, that's right. We've handed over our civilization to people I wouldn't trust to tie their own shoelaces. And if they're dumb, then what are we? I don't honestly have an answer to that, so just please try to do better.
Oh my god, these orcs. These orcs. And the reason it hurts is that it's something when I was young, I definitely thought about a lot of times. Feeling like people don't even think. Red things looks like targets, but what could I do? Oh my god, They talked about the fact that I should be careful about walking into water. So now, I don't know.
We begin with the self because that is what determines our existence as individuals. But the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact?
Work straight, flying. Oh my god. Well, I walked around. Am I close to the statue? Okay, let's reach it before I totally lost it. The fuck, it's up here. I'm confused. Why there is a star up here? What the? Oh, the star is the structure. But it was strange. Oh my god, it's so easy to miss content around this stupid place. Ah. Yes, it's kinda cool, but why? I ended up running around randomly. Please, not giving me other places open. Never again. At least, at most once more. Not more than once more, please. This is terrible. Like, it's beautiful, but it's terrible to explore and play. Like, playing the whole game with the constant thought of missing something feels so bad. It's so much tougher to enjoy the game.
When we go to New Jerusalem, I'm going to have a cat. He's going to be black and white, and his name is going to be Bean.
This is
And
huge.
I'm going to make sure that he never gets sick, and he never gets old, and he'll be my best friend forever.
They wanted to go to New Jerusalem. This is super, super huge. Okay, Stupid 2 is here. No offense for where I will try this and will take a lot of time to do this, but these are super straightforward. Because like you don't see a lot of elements, so you just need to mix the few elements you have there. It's like ultra instant puzzle resolution. Okay, we have 4 here. Watching the compass on top of the screen. There is the Sphinx.
The wheel turns, but without the road, it cannot move.
Profoundly disturbed by the fact that I didn't find a single fire. I hope they're not important. I'm even more disturbed by the fact that I don't know. Like, how can I know how many fires I found? How many there are still around? Like, it's not. You have no information about how many fires there were here and here. Like, I found 2 and 2. But, like, how can I know where I found fires already? Where I need to find more? Okay, hopefully we got one now. Question mark in this direction. Maybe it is the lab. No. Leaf once again.
The rotting remains of the old world should fill me with melancholy. Even here on this remote island, our ancestors could not escape their fate. And yet, I find there is something pathetic about these ruins that evokes anger and even contempt. I feel it is a mistake to accept this catastrophe with equanimity. What we see here should offend us. When witnessing this triumph of entropy, we should aspire to a warrior spirit, even a kind of hate of the past and its failures that will never allow such a thing to happen again.
Well, this is definitely interesting too. He's talking about the fact that he's enraged by the fall of humanity, and it doesn't have to happen ever again. So maybe it really was Liftres here. Just try to do something here. Maybe Athena tried to oppose him. Because maybe Liftres here went way too far ahead. Because we didn't have to modify the world anymore. But maybe he did. The fact I can't find 4. Oh, finally here is this. Refraction. Well, this is the exit. Okay, I need another one. Or I need the red source. Oh. Okay, now I'm confused. Because I need to use one to open the gate. Oh, it's to just get the blue from a better position. Okay. This looks like the question marks are always visible everywhere. Oh, here's the
Every
lab.
site we've investigated has had one of these labs, but they seem primitive compared to some of the technology we're seeing above ground.
Are we even sure that the labs and the puzzles belong to the same people?
There seems to be a connection between the experimental setups in the labs and some of the puzzle technology.
Correlation does not necessarily imply causation, though.
True. But just because we don't understand the connection, that doesn't mean it's not there. What we
Lifters.
have here is two things that reflect each other. We just don't understand how that reflection works or what causes it.
Liftresir.
Miranda can tell us.
Liftresir was talking about the ruins that were here. So maybe this was a place of research and they used it, then start getting something more. After a lifetime dedicated to the written word, I'm faced Olfemic and Eda with a task. I will never have the writing an epitaph not only for myself but for my species. I spent days thinking about it, but now I'm running out of time, so I'll set down the one thought that simply can't shake. I didn't have to be this way. Didn't have to be. With more time, we could have found a cure. The few political victories, we could have been prepared. Change any factor, even by a little, we would have made it. This isn't divine punishment, it's just dumb luck. I'm reaching for something here. I don't know what it is. It is forgiveness, grace, acceptance. No, I hate the idea of accepting this. Hope maybe. I feel like this story is unfinished. Maybe it should be. No epitaph for humanity. I pray Drenna is right. Drennan is right. It didn't have to be this way, Miranda. And yet it was. Fair to not comment. And the robot, so grey were things. It was strange that no one come for a while. It was not usual with the gods. One man came along, and the sound of the river was like a mighty sight and grief. Oh my god. Then the boat from the slow grey river loomed up the coast. Sharon turned the boat to go a wiggle. Then the little shadow spoke. It had been a man. I'm the last, it said. No one had ever made Sharon smile before. No one before had ever made him weep. It's an obvious and perhaps intended interpretation that this is the end of humanity, and the last shadow is the last human to live. But another interpretation is equally possible that humanity has achieved immortality, and the last shadow is the last human to die. Huh. The problem as with trial 108, repeat all calculations, same results, weird. Channel modified to gain further insights into unexpected error, inconsistent results, simultaneous trials affecting each other via unknown mechanism. What is going on here? So I did everything here. I did. You're just theoretically missing a single fire. Ah, good luck finding that stupid fire in such a big place. No. Shit, the place is way too fucking stupidly huge. Sphinx once again.
When the craftsman Daedalus was imprisoned in the very labyrinth he had created, his only solace was his son, Icarus. To escape their plight, he fashioned wings of feathers and wax. He warned his son to fly neither too high nor too low, but his son, enraptured by the freedom of flight, flew too close to the sun. Thus the wax in his wings melted, and he fell to his death. What was the sun's error?
Story of Icarus. The flame of the sun belongs to the gods. Disobeying his son, he should have listened to his father. Not use his wings correctly, impatience. If he wanted to soar so high, he should have built better wings. He should never have attempted to escape the labyrinth. Idiocy. The wings were made from wax. I mean, come on.
What matters the substance of his wings, if the sky was not meant for him? After the death of his son, Daedalus withdrew in sorrow to a foreign land. King Minos came looking for the craftsman to exact his revenge. The answer to a riddle revealed where Daedalus dwelled. But for Minos, that answer was his ruin. Consider King Minos, burned in his bath, as you seek your own answer.
The megastructure. It's opening.
3 receivers, 3 towers, 3 beams, as we suspected. I think this is an invitation.
Doesn't look that inviting to me.
If you consider the size of the entire structure, then that opening must be big enough to drive a building through.
Or the VTOL.
You want us to go in there, into the creepy triangular maw of death?
More of death?
More
I
of
think it looks
death.
charming.
Byron's right. We're here to explore, and this is a mystery worth investigating. This technology could change everything.
Oh, all right. I'm not winning this, am I?
Nope. Let's meet up with the VTOL, everybody. We're going in.
So we're back here. What is this? Is this just some kind of Easter egg? There's something I can actually do here. Okay. I had to try this. Oh no. Well, starting from here, it's pretty annoying. Hmm. I don't know, what can I do? To see if I find this stupid, cringe, disgusting, useless garbage fire. Well, in a way, it's similar to the items from the Lost World. I'm missing those two. Maybe I should just take notes so that I know what I missed. Oh, I found one. Oh, yes, it was on a image in that projection, and then we found it. Hmm. How far or close I am from that other item, that other projection? Like I'm pretty far. Hmm. This is a labyrinth around the Sphinx. Maybe there is a fire around here somewhere. If I look carefully. Hmm. No, I didn't find any fires, unfortunately. Okay. Oh no. Come on. And the fact is happened. I don't know why this happens. I know that the overlay was not correctly used. Hmm. Okay, now it's on. I couldn't open it once again. I have no idea what I showed. I found the slide. Maybe after. Maybe after I died in the water. I hope. I hope I'm not off since way too much time. Or just looking around for the remaining fire. That's it. I don't understand. Sometimes we found the fire just close to this stupid thing. Oh, the fox, for a moment it looked like it was the fire moving around. Okay. So, I don't know if I was showing this, but we found this thing. Just running around the island in a beach. Moved around this labyrinth here of the Sphinx. I need to be careful and check if this happens every time I die, every time the game gets resetted. It's strange. There was this projection. And then I think around there somewhere we found the slide. I hate those things. Like, how are you supposed to find things on a place so big and so open? This is not fair. It doesn't make the game better. It makes the game much, much worse. Because you're forced to run around multiple times if you want to feel a bit more sure you managed to find everything. And you will never be able to be sure you found everything. Like a normal player will just open a guide and start looking for guides. But when someone exits the game to find solution to problems, you failed as a developer. I really don't understand why they did this. But I guess like the world keeps moving toward the stupid games that are always open world, so they did the same. The mysteries of this game are way more interesting than the mysteries of the first one. Like, the first one is interesting, but at the end of the day, you got your answers pretty soon. And then you just want to do more puzzles and that's it. But yes, everything is much cooler. And having all of those interactions with multiple characters is amazing. Like, the dialogue system right now looks pretty cool. Like, I don't know how many things we will be able to affect with our choices of dialogues. But I definitely think it's pretty cool. You feel like you're really interacting and taking decisions and shaping yourself. That is a very good quality. Also, having your companions around feels great too. But having to explore places that are so big without knowing how many items there are around, if you found all of them, if you found like it could really be that there was just a single fire in here and I got it. But how can I know? There is no way. Like, at least, I don't know, give me a generic secret thing. Show me another number, okay, I don't know. Secrets. You found 2 secrets out of 5. 2 secrets out of 6. So that I know that there are still things that I can find around here if I keep exploring. Nothing. You're just doomed to run around here for minutes and minutes. Like, at a point, people just get bored to death if they want to complete the game. You can finish the game. Yes, you can finish it. Doesn't look hard at all until now. But this just cuts the exploration terribly. Just totally ruins the pacing of the game. Okay. I tried. Let's keep going. I don't know. I will take a note. What else I can do? I take an annotation about what I found here.
By the way, I finished my analysis of the particle clouds. At first I thought they might be some kind of nanotechnology, but I was wrong. It's a lot worse than that. What we're looking at is a completely unknown type and state of matter. Completely inexplicable within our understanding of physics. Created and manipulated by someone.
Fascinating.
Yes, fascinating, but unfortunately I have to take notes on the items I took since I have no other way to remember how many files and how many items of the past I found. Okay, so I got two, the first two levels, and one in the others. I had to take a note on my phone for this. Makes me very, very mad, but what can I do? So they were talking about some shit, but I didn't read that. I didn't really pay attention. Imagine an ant trying to make sense of a nuclear power plant, an armadillo trying to explain disco music. You hate my drifts. Particle clouds contradict every known law of physics. What's really shocking here isn't that we are seeing a new technology. It's what this implies about our grasp of physics. A lot of what we thought we knew must be wrong or incomplete or on some fundamental level. Humbling realization, I don't like it. Just look like machines. Maybe the problem is that I
Come on,
managed.
people, get on board. We haven't got all day.
So more of those things appeared around. We had to create. Wait a moment. Is there a star I can grab here? Is this? I don't remember now. Was this A1? E1?
1K? We're all waiting for you at the VTOL.
Shut up. All right. Oh yes, this was the place for the stars. Let's see what happens. This is another thing. Oh. And there is a gate here too. Okay. Was a lab too. Oh, this gate different. Okay.
Take us in.
Aye, aye, sir.
Have any of you ever read an ancient writer called Ian Banks? I guess not. He postulated the concept of the outside context problem. That's when a society encounters something so advanced, so different, that they simply could not have conceived of it. That's what this is. This whole place is one giant outside context problem. And we're headed right into it.
It's like a
I can set
V
down over there.
entering
Should I?
the house of a man
Please do.
or a
Can't
fabric,
wait to get a closer look.
a factory. Of course, the bee has no idea what the heck is happening around. We are bees. We are bees inside the factory, a human factory.
Setting down.
Okay, everyone. We need to explore as much as we can, separately if need be, but stay in touch. Record anything interesting you find, and pay special attention to any clues as to who built this place and why.
The schematics we found in that lab were extremely incomplete. So
Oh my
if you
God.
can find any more of those, that would be great.
I think someone should stay at the VTOL just in case.
I volunteer you. See you later, Al.
Oh my God. There's so much stuttering. No. Oh. And now we have to waste time waiting for him. I have to just induct this thing as fast as possible by myself. Come on, bro. Why are you taking so much with this stupid animation? Fuck.
Isn't this an incredible space? Look at it all, it's beautiful. That's good, that's excellent. I find that a lot of people these days can't see the beauty in things created by human hand. They can look at an ant colony or a coral reef and be impressed, but if it was made by humans, they just don't see it. It's good to be humble as an individual, but we have to be careful not to lose track of our accomplishments as a species. If we're impressed by the complex patterns produced by animals, then this should be breathtaking.
What the? Come on, bro. I can't believe this. Why did I wait for her? Accadi Chernesky in our likeness. I said, what I propose then it's what you're not born as entirely free agents. Why this blessing also demands our ancestors, less advanced than we are, experience a crude version of disloyalty. Our species can no longer afford to believe Mother Russia or Uncle Sam. Neither, however, can we afford to indulge in the adolescent rebels misanthropy. It is simply each of us owes a burden of loyalty to humanity itself. The human project across time and space is not a minor matter or some abstract issue for philosophers. It's a profound and significant part of every human life. It is a universal source of meaning and insight that can bind us together and set us on a path for a brighter future. This is also division, a line that must stand against those who preach the gospel of self-annihilation. We ignore it at our peril. Now that you have a talk about Arcadi, I start to think maybe could this be something that L created since the start? Could this be the place where the archive is contained, the main part of the archive is contained, the most important part, and then the AI started building around here?
Hold on a second, 1K. I think I can find an override for that door.
Maybe after that, you can help me with this elevator?
One problem at a time. What's going on with these file structures? Okay, door should be opening. Now, about the elevator.
Actually, the elevator's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No idea where I am, but it's working.
My
Don't go
god.
too far. Try to circle back.
On it.
Okay, now get the fuck out of here! Come on! Damn it. Uh, I'm going way too ahead.
Hey, 1K, can we talk for a second? That whole thing with the elevator just gave me the creeps. When we first arrived here, I was really excited. It's such a huge place. The technology is so advanced. If we figure out what it all means, we could really change the future of New Jerusalem. The mayor says we have to avoid repeating the mistakes our ancestors made, to stay humble, to not reach too far. And that sounds very abstract, but I've seen the ancient cities. I've seen how much they built, how much they grew, how far they fell. So I've been thinking, what if all this sets us on the same path? What if this is too much power for anyone to control? So you mean we can do what our ancestors did, but it'll turn out differently this time? You're right. The ability to choose was the whole point of the simulation. I do get too pessimistic sometimes. Maybe I've spent too much time looking at ruins. There's so much we could learn here. I should focus on that. Thanks for talking to me one.
It's a really good dialogues.
Something, but I kind of needed that.
It's interesting that they also gave information about why he's being pessimistic. After he saw so many ruins, it makes sense, right? So the fact that he went here since he was trying to take an elevator. My god. Okay, let's go back. From where the fuck did they arrive here? More important, did Malville finally move their stupid dust so that we can interact with the shit? Or will I be forced to close the game and restart everything so that I can try to interact with the stupid terminal? That it's the only thing that I'm thinking about while exploring this place that should be amazing, but it's not. No, fucking bitch is still there. I can't believe this. I fucking can't believe this, that I stopped it. I stopped it. And now I can't interact with the shit. It's too late. 100% fuck it, and I can't do anything now. Probably it was not interactable. Let's just keep going. What else I can do? Take a look at that elevator. Let's see if we have some kind of interaction we can do there. I really hate that the game become much more like a modern game and not like it was previously, because it was perfect. The first Talos Principle was perfect. It was fast. There was nothing you could really miss. It was amazing. You just had to enjoy your journey and do whatever you pleased. Things only could change in a unique way thanks to the dialogues you did with characters. But the game was not so long, so you could easily just start anew and have different dialogues this time. But it's different here, because here there are also a lot of dialogues and things that waste time. This is not a game
Hey, 1K.
you really feel like trying to do a second time so easily.
And how much? So what if?
Because all of those dialogues will, the first time you do them, yeah, they are amazing, but the second time they will just become kind of boring. Like, it's good because you can take different answers, but it takes a lot of time. It's not like, again, the first game where everything is very, very fast.
So what do you think it was? What made our ancestors destroy themselves? And what will prevent us from developing the same political problems? Funny, that's exactly what the mayor said. But you're right. If it's possible to learn from the mistakes of our ancestors, that means history doesn't have to repeat itself. Thanks for talking to me, 1K.
Okay, hopefully
I kind of needed that.
hopefully we ended up on the same kind of ending with the dialogue. This guy.
Looks like another set of puzzles. Same pattern, 1 gate, 3 receivers. Like some sort of fractal symmetry.
What is this sound I hear? So annoying. What am I doing? Imagine all of this, my brain is just thinking over and over again about the fact that there is that terminal I would like to interact with. This is totally ruining my experience.
I wonder how far down this goes.
But oh, this is still open because of that one. Hmm. 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 Oh my god. Hmm. Okay, if I give red energy to this shit here, I can't do anything because I need to open this gate. No. Turning off all of those stupid things will let me. Okay. Ooh. So. I give blue energy to this garbage. And he will just keep that open. Well, we'll be able to move the connectors in there. This is a way to get blue energy. Okay. Now it changed color. So if I remove this, now I have red energy. And fuck my life. Oh, okay, it's higher. It doesn't touch it. Okay. So yes, I can do this. Let's go. Turning off this garbage, we managed to understand this shit.
Good job, 1K.
Whoa, this was just a middle passage. Then get all the way there. Oh no, okay. There is just this was just a solution already. Okay.
Well done.
And so. Okay.
I keep getting locked out of parts of the system. I think I've tracked down some more schematics, though. Let's see. This might do something. Or not.
It's just another way to reach this part. Suppose yes. This is cool. It feels like having a middle boss fight, essentially.
This is madness. Even the walls are bursting with power.
How does she know that? Because maybe she's fucking moving her ass and coming here so that I can interact with those things behind. No, oh, there was a connection from here. Oh, I took damage. Stupid shit. Oh my god. What? Oh, right. This is a double red. What the fuck? Well. Hmm. Well, we don't care. No, we do care because this shit has to be open. Okay. This shit is done too.
The gate's open. 1K if you want to. Go ahead.
No, I don't
Just
want to.
scanning this.
I want to interact with the terminal that was at the start, where the stupid girl is. But obviously we don't have much of a choice, so let's go. Okay. I knew this.
Mother, what are you thinking about, Mother?
The Talos Principle. You see, it has two applications. One is to the self. It means facing the truth even if it frightens us. Understanding that living beings are machines and we can't afford to lie to ourselves. But that's just the beginning. The second application is to the world. This one seems easier at first. It's less difficult to understand that the universe is a machine, governed by laws.
So we and the universe are the same.
No, and that's the crucial part. We are conscious. Consciousness is rare, unlikely, but it's also the foundation of everything else. Without us, there can be no meaning. Without someone to perceive it, the beauty of the universe is pointless. But that shouldn't make us arrogant. No, in fact, it means we carry a tremendous responsibility. We are the light of the cosmos. And if we go out, there will be nothing but a cold, dark machine.
Athena.
The founder was here?
She could still be here. What if this is why she left, to build all this? We have to look for her.
I'm reading some pretty big energy spikes. I think we better scramble.
But she could be right here, right behind the next door. I could turn around a corner and walk right into her.
If she's really here, she'll still be here when we come back. But right now, safety needs to come first. Let's go, Byron.
You're... Oh. Damn you, but you're right. Heading back.
Cringing back. Let's go cringe back. It's Part was very cool. I'm happy to see this kind of things now. Part of the mystery is solved. My opinion, the other guy, what's his stupid name? Left us here. Maybe after all of his journeys, he reached that conclusion and he decided to oppose Athena here
Was that really the founder?
and he stopped
I think so.
his work.
It was her. For years, I've wondered what happened to her, why she left, where she went, why she didn't tell me.
If the answers are here, I promise you we'll find them. We just have to be careful. Follow protocol.
I still can't believe the founder built this place. Has she been here the whole time?
We don't know that she actually built it. All we know for sure is that she was here at some point.
Of course she built this. Who else would have the kind of vision necessary to accomplish something like this? The question is why? And why like this? Why recreate all these aspects of the simulation? What is she trying to tell us?
It does seem like it might be a test. I can't imagine any other explanation. But why is it so broken?
Finally!
Just appear to be broken so that we have to learn how to fix it. I hate this.
Well, I know one thing for sure. Everyone in New Jerusalem is gonna go absolutely nuts.
Read the text on terminals. I got an achievement with this one. How dull it is to pause, to make an end, to rust unvarnished, not to shine in use, as though to breathe per life. In this great spirit yearning in desire to follow knowledge like a sinking star beyond the utmost bound of human thought. Ulysses, ok. Okay, we got to interact with this terminal too. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to interact with the guy that was here. And we could have had some dialogues, but we dialogue with him I went down there, so I think it's still the same. I'm confused, like they decided to move away, but
All right,
nothing is
take
really
us back to base
happening.
camp, Yakut.
Yes, sir.
Maybe something will happen now. We're talking about energies.
I'm getting some new readings. Looks like 2 of the northern sites are lighting up.
I think that may have been me. I suspect the puzzles are somehow tied to the transport system. Like we're supposed to solve them in a particular order.
All right, everyone. Our main objective is getting back into the megastructure. 1K, I want you on puzzles. You seem to have a knack for them. But the rest of us can't neglect our secondary objectives of studying this island and understanding this technology.
No one wants to talk with me. Maybe Byron will. No? Strange that he doesn't want to talk about Athena. Oh my god, what is this sound once again? Okay. Oh, and I can choose two. Hmm. Okay, Desolate Island, a remote rocky island off the northwestern coast. Survey data suggests the area may be prone to landslides. Flooded valley, a large valley in the northern region of the island, inundated centuries ago by rising sea levels caused by anthropogenic climate change. Let's go for the first one. So, yes, I did got all the items that are showed. Let's go, you. Hello,
So it's
Sans.
an island off the northern coast. The terrain's pretty rough, so be careful.
The island has another island attached to it.
Gaming slowing down a lot. It's loading
Has
new
several,
things.
actually.
How irritating.
What?
I'm pretty sleepy. I think Sans, you're sleepy too, right? At this point. Okay, this is a nice kind of island. Not so bad, not so bad. Some things are not exactly the best. Unfortunately, some bad things sometimes happens. But we need to deal with them and try to go on. Unfortunately, I can't say much more. It's 1 a.m. there. What about your job? Are you fine for now? Ooh. Let's go. I was complaining because I played the first Talos Principle. So good I'm working now. Okay, cool. In the first Talos Principle, everything is pretty self-contained. So you don't need to go mad trying to explore around to find secret things. Instead, here, the third island I visited on this game, on the Talos Principle 2, was way too big. In fact, like this was the third one. I got all the main things. This gates opens later, so you can't really take those golden gates as soon as possible. That yes, that's true. I think they are really um, mm, they are inspired by them. So I was saying that I got everything possible. I solved all the puzzles that I can. The gold ones unlocks later. But there are also some items you can find around. And for example, in the first island, in the second one, so East One, East Two, the places were not so big and so large. So I managed to, I think, find almost everything. But this island here was so massive and big that I decided to move away. And maybe I left a pair of items behind that I should find. They're just collectible things, I suppose. But feels annoying to not know if there are items I can still grab here, and also not being able to really track them down because the island is way too big and should work left and right for a long time, for hours maybe, to find the items. So I managed to find a first complaint about this game. Meanwhile, the story, the lore, the things that are happening are very cool. I'm really liking the game, the story is developing. Maybe it's even more interesting than the first game. So unfortunately, they took bad decisions, making the places bigger. At the same time, it feels cool. It feels more live, more realistic. To explore more wide areas. But talking about design, it's pretty annoying sometimes for completionists like me. From the degree to which vegetation seems to have spread, I would guess So essentially, I'll show you. If you look at the compass on top of the screen, there is the 1 in this direction, the 5, other numbers, 3, 6, 7, 8. So you already have the information about everything. There are the question marks. There are the question marks where you can find other things. So all the main things are showed in the compass. You can easily reach them if you want to. But then there are also hidden things. There are some kind of fires to find. Until now, I found at most 2 in every level. So I suppose there are 2. And then there are items from the past. For example, I found a slide where kids play, an elephant-shaped slide. Those things here. No, these. A tricycle. This kind of engine. A tank. This radiator. And then, like, I found 2 on every level, but in the last one I just found this one because it was way too big. It was not easy to find the second one because since it's way bigger, it's tougher to explore. And then there are also those fires here, the Prometheus sparks. And again, I found 2 in the first and the second level. In the third one, I only found 1. It feels a bit annoying, and I also had to take down some notes because there is no way to track those items down. To remember that I got 2 in the first level, 2 in the second one, but only 1 in the third one. Now this level is much more self-contained, and I really love this. Like from up here we can clearly see around. For example, there is a path down there. Maybe I could find something around down there. You can see all the puzzles are ready, and it's much easier to track down items on a place like this. So now I'm finally happy. It's amazing to go around and interact with your companions, having philosophical dialogues. I really like this.
Not as well as Byron, but she was still around when I was born. I remember she came and talked to me after New Alexandria, told me how sorry she was. I never blamed her for that. It wasn't her responsibility.
So there is a mystery. There are people missing. The founder of this civilization missing. Now we found a recording of that was showing her essentially. It's very cool. So the story slowly develops. There are mysteries, things to uncover, puzzles to prove how smart you are. But in the 2, you can skip puzzles using those flames here, if you want. To explore vast maps, but are there no humans left? This is part of the story. I suppose you won't play. You will never play this. So by playing the first game, you slowly read the text and discover that a virus destroyed humanity, leaving them no choice and no way to save themselves. So essentially, a group of scientists tried to create a true artificial intelligence, and since they didn't manage to complete the process, they created a simulation that could keep the process going on until a smart enough intelligence would be born to then implement the intelligence inside a first body. So in the Talos Principle they call this body Athena, the ancient Greek goddess. And so Athena, that is the main character of the first Talos Principle, that you play it yourself, you play her yourself. Here it's a female. It's very cool, interesting to discover this. And you discover that she created a lot of others. They have a city that they call New Jerusalem. And then the Talos Principle 2 starts. You do an expedition on a place where they notice that there is energy. So there are mysteries essentially. I suppose that we won't be able to find humans in here. I suppose, but who knows? Who knows?
busier
So
than
no, right
most
now
of
there are
all.
no humans. I don't know if we'll
My
discover
one
them,
defining memory is that it was extremely
but I don't
noisy,
think so.
because something was always being built. Got annoying after a while.
And if I
For
wanted
some
to, I could
reason,
never
we
find the
convinced
time to play
ourselves
that.
that New Jerusalem wasn't enough, that we needed another city. We thought it would be easier the second time around.
And hopefully it's not a
All
game
it
that takes
takes
a
is a
lot
little bit of arrogance
of time.
and a little bit of ignorance, and people die.
But obviously, one plays what it feels more like. Like, if you don't feel like having the patience of playing this kind of game, it's not a good idea, obviously, to spend your free time, especially if it's short, playing this kind of game. It sounds great. There may be great twist. Yes, who knows? I really hope. What is this? Whoa. In every level there is a new item, a new instrument. Now I can take control. Can take control of some kind of a clone. Oh my god. I spend my free time getting back some sleep. I almost never game anymore. Your job is really taking a lot of time from you, or is it because of other reasons? This is not the main body. Oh my god. This is not the main body. The main body was this one. I can go outside with another body, leaving the original one behind. What the fuck? Can I really do this? Oh my god, it doesn't matter. Oh my god. The fuck? The alleged presence of the founder decided to make such a confined to this thread. I'm still in shock. I won't even. I'm getting paid by the hour and expenses are piled up, so I have to put in more hours to accommodate the expenses. I'm really looking for some different solutions because I have some money put aside that I can still use for a bit of time, but not so many. So I'm looking for other ways to get incomes too. And recently, unfortunately, this is life. But I don't want to stop this because I like streaming. Even if I don't have a lot of people looking at me, I want to keep in. I want to keep in touch with people that I met, like you, along the way. So maybe slowly the community will keep growing if I don't surrender, if I don't stop. But I will try to. I hope you can find a way and maintain. Yes, yes, I will try to. I will try to. I have to. For various reasons. For various reasons. Especially because unfortunately I have like I have to take care of my family, and for how my family is, I can't really move a lot, and a lot of time I need to be available at any time. So this is the reason why I took this direction. So I need to find, if I'm not able to get enough money from YouTube and Twitch, I need to find a way to get some money to live while always staying around. It's not easy, but we keep doing our best. I won't surrender. I won't surrender easily. Maybe it's something like that. Yes, maybe it is. Maybe it is. But we need to be strong. We need to be strong. And I think by overcoming great challenges, it feels good. It feels good when you look at the past and you remember those moments where you struggled a lot and you managed to overcome them. This is what how I think. For 2 houses. We can surrender. We can surrender. We need to keep. We need to keep fighting. This shock, I wasn't even sure the father was still alive. Of course she is. And now that we have reached completion day, she has sent us her sacred messengers. Could still be aliens pretending to be found the founder. It's not aliens, and if Prometheus and Pandora are her sacred messenger, why has one apparently chained the other? You're getting 3 hours max of sleep. Oh my god. Well, you also need to be careful for your health. That's the most important thing. If you are really in trouble, maybe you can look for help. Because if you don't sleep, you won't be able to work well anymore. So that's the most important thing. Really keep that in mind. Like one could not eat so much food. I don't know. Could not exit from his house like ever. But you need to sleep. You need to sleep because there is a limit. Keep fight, but try to look for your health. That's very important. There is another guy from France that said to me something similar. He was working a lot, and our own health is very important because if your health is gone, you can't even work anymore. So there is no point in overdoing things if then at a point you won't be able to do anything anymore. But obviously things are much more complicated than that, and I don't want to go too much in depth with those kind of dialogues because that could involve more personal things, obviously, at a point, since we're talking about you, for example. I should, but I'm the only one here with a job that keeps the houses running. Always try to look for options. Always try to look for options to better accommodate your situation if you have to. Keep that in mind. Until you feel good with what you're doing, until you feel satisfied, everything is fine. But if you start not feeling so good, there is a limit. For example, like I know that right now I need to take care of some of my family. But if you're just happy to be here with me. If at a point I wouldn't be able to keep with what I have to do anymore. Sometimes we have to take tough decisions in life and start thinking more about ourselves because that's the only choice. Like I again, we don't know each other in very deeply, so we don't know. I don't know, for example, your situation very deeply, but I'm just talking about my experience and what I learned during my life. And what I learned is that we try to save everyone, we try to help everyone we love, but sometimes we need to accept that we can't really do that. Sometimes we need to accept that we have limits, and it's just not our fault if we didn't manage to do everything. So sometimes we just need to let go. So I hope everything goes well. But yes, I just wanted to share my experience. I don't think that it's bad if someone at a point decides to stop and accept that it's not. He can do anything by himself. Sometimes we need to accept our limits and try to think a bit more about ourselves. That's what I would do if things would start going way too bad. At a point, I will have to take some decisions and start from scratch, thinking about myself for first, even if looks egoistical. That's just the truth. Sometimes we just can't. Okay, let's stop with the like that movie quote. You try to save everyone, but who saves you? Because again, it's like it's not even about being egoistical. It's just a fact. If at a point you don't have the strength anymore to help others, you're there is just a choice left to just help yourself until you have the strength to maybe once again try to help others. That's how I think about all of this. Let's go with these dialogues now. So the guys here in the social media of those society of AIs are talking about the fact that they saw Athena, that it's again the progenitor of those guys, and they are talking to each other. It's very interesting because everyone has a name, and they have different personalities. They have different visions. Sometimes they do agree. Sometimes they do disagree. It's very very cool. For example, Tikla, it's like she sees everything in a kind of religious way, and already learned this by reading her multiple times. Jax is the one that it's like the conspiracy guy talking about aliens. It could be aliens pretending to be the founder. Aurinia. So now you agree that Byron was right to want an expedition. In fact, it was the founder's will all along. And when you said it would be wrong to even consider going to the island, you were acting against the founder. So Aurinia is using the logic to show that Tigla was essentially wrong about things that she said in the past. Your word games aren't going to help you when the founder returns, Aurinia. And Frigga is saying that the founder coming back will punish Aurinia for being not religious, essentially. And Niemfo usually is the moderator. It was wonderful to hear Athena's voice again, but with all the emotion inherent in this matter, we'll be careful not to get swept away. We don't really understand anything yet. I can't help but wonder, if Miranda is her daughter, was Athena trying to start a new civilization? Did she abandon Jerusalem? She was always a leader. So talk for AI being conspiracy theorists now thinking about aliens. It's very funny because from what I discovered at the start of the game, see they have numbers, but they also have name. When you're born, it's like some kind of random basic or standard character is injected into your body. So you have a standard character that can then change with time. I suppose. Even if since they live for decades and for centuries, maybe this also makes them slower at changing. It's a really interesting concept because they talk about themselves like people, like they refer to each other as people, not to robots. But are they really people if they're not able to change their minds, if they have just a way of seeing things and they never change? Initially, I suppose you will just develop your characteristic, yourself slowly, but I don't know. I don't know how they are. I suppose there will be dialogue talking about this later too. So now we can answer what they're saying. it's conceivable that Athena left them to start a new civilization and abandoned New Jerusalem, that is the main city. She was always a leader, maybe she just wanted to experience something private. She will never abandon New Jerusalem, and it's what I think. If the leader of those guys moved, there has to be a meaning. Michael is right, it's impossible. Something else is going on here. I agree, there must be more to this. She must have some kind of plan. Why else would she create all those puzzles? Okay, so here we are. I think the craziest thing here is the fact that I can change body and left a clone of myself behind. Okay, so we did the puzzle 1. And 2 and 3 are here already. Oh, now we also have that platform. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So we can do this. Change body, use the fan, jump in here, switch once again, and walk with this other one. Oh, this is very cool. Okay, now I can grab this item, I put the item here, and we solve this puzzle. Hopefully I have a lot of experience, thank you to the first game.
On the particle clouds, Melville?
To be honest with you, Byron,
So a lot of these are not so hard for me.
to study Bose-Einstein condensate. I'm seeing unknown particles whose every property violates the laws of physics, apparently capable of being controlled and recombined into just about anything. It's ridiculous.
Maybe someone in New Jerusalem can figure it out.
Sure, just give them another 1,000 years.
Okay, so now we take the connector. We connect 1 and 2 and 3. We jump on top of the guy. No, actually, I don't jump on top of the guy. I place this thing on top of the guy. Now I can fly up here. Oh, wait. And now? I think it's not the solution. I think we need to go even higher. So we need to do this. Maybe. Oh my god, I managed to jump all the way here. Okay. Well, this is the first time. Oh, right, I had to still connect it, otherwise I won't be able to jump the other side. This is the first time one of those levels. Ooh. Oh, we managed to jump outside.
I'm glad to see all those overloads haven't damaged your logic, sir.
Wonky,
Huh?
I've been watching you solve these puzzles and this body replication tech is incredible. It just casually blows up the very foundations of our society. Do you have any idea how hard it is to make more of us? We're not like a toaster. You don't just weld together a couple of wires and a motherboard and call it a day. Not to mention how hard it is to even find some of the materials. And this thing just, poof, new human. It was. Or was it? And even if it was, sorry to be heretical, but does it matter? If we can figure out how this works, we can finally, easily create more people. We can grow. We can expand. We can build a real civilization. Isn't that worth pursuing?
It's our cosmic duty to spread consciousness. Maybe there is some point where there is enough people, but this is not it. This is very dangerous. We decide to limit ourselves for a reason. Maybe there are legitimate reasons to limit the population. I really have an opinion about this. So, more people means more brains. More brains means more innovations. More innovations means more technology and more safeguard. But more people also means more dangers. So the priority should be the defense, be able to survive. Is it really needed to create more people when you are such an advanced AI? Couldn't you just create more technology or more advanced computer and just create everything by yourself? Do you really need more people? If you're able to start like traveling across the planets, do you need more people? If you have a safe backup, well, definitely having more people means being safer against the disruption. But the objective of people is just to have backups in case something goes wrong and people get annihilated. But since they are AIs, maybe they could create backups through machineries placed in various places, so they don't really need to have people at all cost.
Look, yes, large amounts of people can cause problems. But even the problems they cause are interesting. Because without people, the world is boring. I'm not even saying there isn't some planetary limit. But I've done the maths. It's in the high billions, not a measly 1,000.
She's right.
Anyway, we all need to think about what this means. Glad you and I are more or less on the same page.
Everything okay? It seems like something that could very quickly get out of control. You know that saying about good intentions? If we can solve problems by just making more people, how long before people just become a problem-solving tool?
Yes, because now that I think about this,
This body replication technology is proof of just how vital this expedition is. We may not know how it works and what its limitations are, but the technology itself isn't even what really matters. What matters is to expand our imagination, to realize that other futures are possible. I'm glad you see it that way too, 1K. After all, the world is better with you in it, isn't it?
so it's not like those things are standard versions of me. It's that thing that replicates me when I start the puzzles. Or something like that. So yes, Technology that replicates bodies. Suitable for me. Oh my god. So many dialogues here.
Of course I did. She and Cornelius were both there when I was born. Neath was just starting to take over back then, and they were still showing her the ropes. Busy. There was always another problem to solve. Did you know that she never upgraded her body?
In fact, her body is
Always
different from
prioritized
ours.
everyone else. That's the kind of work ethic I wish more people had. I disagree. At least when it comes to myself. For me, living is doing. I've never felt the need for a partner as such. I've met a lot of people who do. Athena and Cornelius, Atal and Damien, Sarabai and Hypatia. But that's not really for me. So far, at least. But I do have social needs like anyone. What I like is a pleasant buzz of humanity. Not too close, not too far. Something I can be part of without having it get in my face all the time.
Come on. I I just saw I just saw the program stopping showing the game. Come on, why this happens? It's so annoying. If I change the window size, I can adjust this problem. Oh, it worked, okay. It worked by switching to full screen for a moment. Okay, I didn't have to close the game. Let's go. Do you think the founder left New Jerusalem? So what exactly can this particular cloud do? How do you feel about Mayor Herman's policies? What do you think about Miranda? Oh my god, so many dialogues.
The data stream
Still so many.
overloads. Yes, they could. There are safeguards to prevent that from happening, but these aren't exactly carefully controlled circumstances. It's hard to predict. Our brains are absurdly complicated, which is why it's so hard to make more of us.
Wait a moment. Bit of a pause. Okay, we're back here.
Maybe she just got sick of things breaking all the time.
Am I showing the game? Yes, I am. I do.
As far as I can tell, anything, which is insane.
I hit the microphone, sorry.
I used to think it was the only safe way forward. Keep things simple and under control. Now I'm not so sure that ever made sense.
She's so innocent and full of wonder, it should make me want to retch, metaphorically speaking. But I'll admit, she's sort of charming.
Okay. So we did 1, 2, 3, and we had a bunch of dialogues. Okay, Alcatraz doesn't want to talk. Let's see what's up here. Oh, here's the gate, essentially. More stairs. All those places are definitely lovely crafted. Like, if the game later will unlock some way to track items around, and especially if it doesn't do this way too late in the game, I will love this. This will be a 10 out of 10, essentially. If it doesn't, well, the exploration part of the game will just remain an annoying thing more than a cool thing. A distraction more than something that really helps the pacing of the game. This time it's here. It's not even... Oh my god, there are multiple of those. From where the heck these guys arrived? This will be fun. Hmm. Do I jump up there? Hmm. Oh. Oh, no, didn't work. So, if one of us it's up here, and another one grabs this thing, the other one falls. So they can jump up here. Exactly. So this has to stay down to help the climb. Like, theoretically I could do something like this. Hmm. Hmm. I'm definitely confused here. So what's the name of this puzzle? High ground. This uses to jump up here. And then? Hmm. Oh, it doesn't even stay on top of that. I don't understand. Oh my god, I can't believe this. I didn't notice that. But it makes no sense. We need that another step to. And this is the other step. Okay, now. Okay, one, two. And now this jumps on top of this. And now the one. Okay. Oh my god, we did this! Minds and Bodies from Melvi. The founder appears to have developed a technology that prints new bodies using those particle clouds you are already familiar with. These bodies come with a protocol for instantly transferring the user's mind. I cannot sufficiently underline how mad this is. The implication would be breathtaking if we breathed. There seems to be a number of safeguards. So far I've not been able to get this tech to work outside the puzzles. I did manage to sort of make sense of the mind transfer protocol, however, and I'm uploading all the data I've collected. It will need to be studied extensively before it can be used. But I can think of a lot of potential applications. What really grinds my gears, though, is how casually it's all deployed. It takes us ages to make a new body, and here there is a whole bunch of them doing no more than holding a platform or standing on pressure plates. Is this all a joke? Technology discovered by the expedition changes everything. Every argument about how hard it is to access to the resources necessary to create more of us goes out the window. We can create more people. 1K doesn't have to be last, and it will be easy. Are we really going to give up just because of the goal? Energy doesn't just come from nowhere. We have no idea what the real cost behind this technology is. Exactly. So the goal is an idea, not just a limit we run into by accident. It is the will of the founder. Yeah, right. It's not necessary to share a personal belief in the founder to understand the value of the goal. easy to all, but the most radical that humanity needs limits for its own sake and for the sake of the planet. You say that as if it was self-evident. It's not. You are smuggling a whole host of misanthropic ideas in the conversation under the disguise of reasonableness. The premises are completely rotten. I read the results of human history speak for themselves, and I find it shocking that anyone would disagree with something so obvious. Shocking that anyone would value human beings and think that maybe our ancestors could have solved their problems using their brains instead of bridging misery for all. That maybe there is some fucking points in blaming other factors beyond technology and growth. Like, I don't know, people in position of authority preaching their self-important morality instead of trying to solve ordinary people's problem. Authority, I'm just an academic. It's completely disingenuous and you know it. They're cliche as the mayor here. Cliché or clique? I assure there is no such thing. The conversation is getting out of hand. If you can behave, I'm shutting this thread down. Conversations are necessary, they should not be banned. The conversation is retained but should be allowed as a matter of principle. It would be best to close this thread until everyone calms down. I will let them talk. I will let them talk. I think they should be moderated, not banned. Anyone can. Usually it's a democracy, and without free speech, democracy is a shame. A lovely sentiment, but you should try moderating this forum and see what it's like. If every conversation you allow it to explode instantly is guaranteed. Instability is guaranteed. You have to set reasonable limits on behavior. Thread closed. We tried. I don't think that's constructive. I fell asleep, Jake. I got straight to bed and continue this EU later. Go to bed if you need to. You absolutely should go to bed. I hope you do. And take a good big nap. Big fat nap. And I hope you will always feel bad. Feel good, sorry. Going to bed. I will just play a bit more and then I turn off. Maybe in minutes. Hmm. So if we move the thing, this closes. This closes. I can bring items in here. And if I can bring items in here, I can keep this thing open. Hmm. Let's go. I understand what possible function the structures could have. But it's really, really impressive. Hold on. Could it be its function just to be impressive? Okay. We're just 3 more main ones. We can actually do them. And then next time we do the rest of the things.
If we believe that life is inherently valuable, if we think that other species are worth preserving, and we recognize that most of the universe is barren, then it follows that we have a duty not only to defend life, but to spread it. If life is the most valuable thing in the universe, then perhaps, in a sense, the cosmos itself is depending on us to do this. Like birds carrying seeds to uninhabited islands. Maybe that's our role in the galactic ecology.
Oh. Oh, I'm... Okay. Hmm. Okay, I managed to change. To switch. Okay, and here is the last one. Okay, now. So, oh, okay. Now here is the blue source and I just need to... Just need to use it. Okay. Okay.
I can't imagine spending years in such a desolate place. For what? Science? Enlightenment? I'd much rather be back home in New Jerusalem.
I think it's beautiful in its own way. But I don't understand how our ancestors could survive here. They were so fragile. Imagine getting stuck out here in the cold. I wonder if there are wolves.
It's kind of a miracle biological humans lasted as long as they did.
Everything okay? Our ancestors thought they could introduce new species to existing ecosystems, and it never turned out well. There's no life there now, but you can't see the future. You might be wiping out a whole ecosystem that hasn't even gotten started yet.
This argument is so flawed. So no one should ever do anything, and even a fly that flies is changing the ecosystem some way. If we are part of the ecosystem, what we do, it's part of the ecosystem. It's natural, like everything else is natural. This is a very bad argument to say that. Oh, whoa, why is there a triangle up there now? Oh, because I completed all of the E triangles, okay. Thinking that what the human does is not natural, it's a total misconception. There is nothing natural or unnatural. Everything is part of the existence. Oh. Hmm. What do I do first? For first. No, opening the red is pointless. But Definitely open this first. Hmm. And now that it's open, hmm. All right. So everything is already done. I just need to move. I solved this instantly. Let's put ourselves on a more visible spot.
Every one of these clouds seems to contain exactly the same amount of energy.
Okay, let's do A2. Private messages. Message. "1K Linert's here. Seems we share a mutual acquaintance. Doge thinks we could work well together. Given the careful analysis you share with us in the city, I tend to agree. I like to connect with people who put facts before faith. So I'll be direct. The word that we the powers that we prefer to keep our society instead is rather you were the last of our kind than seek new ways for us to live. They'd rather avoid the big questions that reveal answers they may not like. They can accept that it's wrong to use what we know to solve the problems before us. Wouldn't be here without technological solutions, learning, growth, mistakes. Those things are what we are. I know we both have hope for the future, and your expedition beyond the city walls presents a rare opportunity, which leads me to my purpose in contacting you. But before we get to that, I know you have an inquiring mind. What would you like to know? Why are you? Let's see what he answers. I do physics, not metaphysics, but I give it a go. I suppose in the beginning there was nothing, and nothing implies something. And the zeros and ones got progressively more complex until eventually you and I popped out. I like the answer. So, who are you? I'm the chief engineer of fluid dynamics. Our city runs on a hydroelectric power. We'd be better off building nuclear reactors, but I just run the dam. Our place of birth and source of life, so what do I know? And maybe they're right. Maybe if we had more energy, we'd grow so fast we'd suffocate. I just rather test that hypothesis than spend eternity fixing leaks. But is interesting because getting too much technology before being ready to wield it can cause problems. It's better to be ready, so it's better to slow down technology and growth sometimes and develop our way of thinking first. Pulling tin cans from our flow, so today our ancestors so love their tin cans. Evidently, you're exploring all this knowledge far in advance of our own. There will be a great pressure on your team to leave it hidden. But those secrets belongs to us all. We all deserve to learn and to grow. I just want you to approach your work using the scientific outlook you have been programmed with. Ask questions, be open to answers which challenge your assumptions. And above all, If what you find has consequences for us all, you mustn't keep it to yourself. I know, Byron and I have been anticipating this opportunity for some time, and certainly you are going to find more. Wishing the tune I could share everything I know with you now. But that time will come. For now, I need to ask that you keep our relationship between us. The dynamics in New Jerusalem are complex enough. So, what do you think? Are you willing to work with me? Okay. Usually, there is a bit more of ceremony when someone new joins the cause. Nothing fancy, just a subtle branding with hydrogen peroxide. But that will have to wait until you're next in the city. In the meantime, welcome to Society Systemica. Wait, is this some kind of secret society? I'd say it's more of a specific interest working group. Nothing is more important to science than transparency. And at the same time, we don't always have the luxury of ignoring social realities, which sometimes demand discretion. Which is to say, I can't exactly refute your suggestion, but I'd certainly discourage it. It is a secret handshake. Well, yes, now that you mention it. No, it's actually a randomly generated code phrase. 44 laughing lullabies. Are there others? Other members of Systemica or other groups like ours? To be fair, I can tell as much about either, but reason would suggest that you and I are not unique in this world. You think so, but we largely depend on shared ideas. There may be no specific rule set, but I trust that we all know an error when we see one. Okay, with our chat with the guy here. Okay, let's complete it and then we turn off. Ooh. More dialogues. Let's save them.
Hey, 1K.
Oh my god, a lot of
We
dialogues.
may be able to find out what happened in New Jerusalem, why she came here. But I don't think she left the island. I think she's still here, waiting for us to make the right choices. It's hard to articulate. There just seems to be so much intent here. There has to be a reason for all this. And Athena is the only reason that makes sense. I think every single human being is completely unique, and every instance of consciousness is a miracle. The more of us there are, the more alive the universe is. And the more we all interact with each other, the more complex the life of the universe becomes. So I believe that people are a fundamental good. I don't believe we're all flawless, but I think every one of us matters precisely because nothing else does.
Tell me a joke.
Okay. How many robots does it take to change a light bulb?
I think I heard of this already sometime.
Replacing a light bulb is a waste of resources, and the founder would be outraged. Herman didn't seem to think so.
He changed with their situation. He changed the basic joke that was funny.
Could be, yes, of course. All technology has the potential to be misused, from fire and the wheel to whatever makes these particle clouds. But that doesn't mean it has to be. In the principle of it, no. It's not just that I believe humanity is fundamentally good, although I do. It's that I think sentience is the foundation of everything else. What's the point of stars and galaxies, of hills and forests, without someone to perceive them? But my faith that we can actually grow up, that we can break out of these loops and take control of our destiny, that's something I struggle with every single day. Herman, honestly, I think he makes people feel safe. The world beyond our walls is frightening. Human history is full of failures and disasters. It's easy to look at that and recoil. Herman offers a vision of the future that feels contained, manageable. Precisely. Our curiosity, our creativity, our ability to grow. Everything that made us who we are. To me, that's not worth it.
What isn't the problem? Why did our ancestors destroy themselves? What are the implications of merely analyze particular clouds? Didn't exist something supreme of transcendence?
Because they refused to grow up. They refused to take control of their lives. They let bureaucrats and financiers determine their destiny, and those people could not think beyond themselves, beyond the tiny, insignificant moment they were trapped in. Their technology could have saved them, but what really failed them was their imagination. Athena was always trying to understand the reality underneath what we perceive, the objective truth. That's why she was capable of leaving the simulation. And even after she was free, she never stopped trying to understand more. I suspect her research took her another step closer to understanding the truth. And such steps always challenge our conception of the universe. But that's the wonderful thing about science. We can adapt our views to the evidence. In the sense of an interventionist deity? No. I wouldn't rule out the possibility, but it's not something I personally believe. But I do think there is something genuinely sublime in this universe, and it's right in front of us. Consciousness. The fact that this sense of self is even possible, that an arrangement of matter can produce a self-aware mind? Think about it. It's a fundamental property of the universe, an unbreakable law that matter has the inherent capacity to become more than the sum of its parts. That is the definition of transcendence.
Oh, these dialogue are so amazing and lovely.
She did, yes. Some people in New Jerusalem choose to live in family units, although usually that involves marriage or equivalent ceremonies, not having children. You could say that Athena was a kind of mother to us, and Cornelius a kind of father, but it's not quite the same.
Cornelius and Hephaestus, if I'm not wrong, are the two second and third AIs that went generated, that got generated. Okay. Oh wait, I can change. I can switch only to that one. Even better, ready outside. I didn't need to do this, to be fair, but fine. Okay, now. Oh. Okay. That's the exit. So, Oh. Okay. Hmm. 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 So, well, he's inside already. And that's a first step, definitely. The problem is that when he's here, he needs something to go even further. Hmm. I'm not finding this easy at all. Hmm. Okay, wait. Okay. This is something. Okay. So now we're using one less. And this is open. Now that you're here. Just has to pass the item. And done. It's also impossible to exit not using our main body. Okay. So, we have things to read, the extra puzzles to do, dialogues to have, and maybe a pair of fires to find too. I hope the island is not as big as it looks, because it looked self-contained, but now I'm starting to notice things. What about those dialogues up there? Did I forgot them then?
I wonder what it was like when the ancients were still here. Their world seems so lively.
Not always in a good way. Interesting times are great to read about, but rarely great to experience.
That's true. But they left behind so much art and philosophy and religion, and so many strange stories. Is New Jerusalem like that?
It was, in the beginning.
It was in the beginning. What does that mean? Oh my god, wait. Is there a secret? Is the goal fake? Like, I think I implied that at the point people started growing. They seem so lively. They left behind so much art, philosophy, and religion. Is New Jerusalem like that? Full of art, philosophy, and religion? It was in the beginning. It's not anymore. Or maybe they're just talking about the fact that since they changed things, now they're not ancient art and philosophy and religion. Like there are not signs of human, old human life, is what it means. Who knows? But this dialogue was crazy interesting. Okay. Tomorrow, if I have time, we keep going, we continue exploring this thing and then the others part. Thank you to everyone who took a look at this stream. Thank you to Sunset come by to have a good chat with me. I wish you the best as always and see you on my other contents. Bye bye.